everybody. In this video, I want to share with you something that you can use when going for an interview. Have you ever heard that the interview asked the question, tell me about yourself, and what would you say in this case? You are sitting across the table and the hiring manager smiles and asks you the question, tell me about yourself. You are panicked, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Usually that hiring managers make up his or her mind in the first 3 minutes during the interview. Do you make a good impression? So today I'm going to share with you from CEO perspective, from hiring manager perspective. What is the best response to the question, tell me about yourself? Usually, we have an interview thousands of potential applicants, and I cannot tell you how many times I see people kind of struggle with the question. However, there are instances that we are very impressed with the response. We have taken some of the best reply to the question. I'm going to teach it to you, and by the end of the video, exactly what you need to say and how to say it. And I'm also going to give you a little script, a little template, so next time when you are asked the question, you know exactly what to say. And now let me give you a couple of case first. Okay, number 1, when hiring manager is asking the question, tell me about yourself, they are not actually asking about your whole life story. They are not asking about your parents, your background, your dog's name, or what kind of cats do you have. It's not about that. So when people hear that question, they think, oh, let me tell you my life story. And 20 minutes into it, you have not talked about anything important. So what they are actually asking is, what are you bringing to the table? So from now on, when you hear the questions, tell me about yourself, I want you to make a mental switch. That equal what value could you bring to the company, what problem you can solve for the company. That's what they are asking, and you shouldn't go on about your background and all of that. Okay, number 2, be yourself, but be your best self. See, one of the mistakes people make here is they believe in the interview, well, I just want to be myself. You want to be authentic, you don't want to be fake. But it doesn't mean that you just say everything. This is the first time you just sitting across the table from hiring managers. You just getting to know each other, so make sure that you present your best self. So let me give you an example. Let's say someone is hiring and you are applying for social media manager position, and the hiring manager is asking, well, so tell me about yourself. A typical response someone may say, well, you know, I use social media for a long time, my whole life actually, so I'm very familiar with it. And just about 3 years ago, I told to myself, well, maybe I could actually make it a living doing this. You know, I plan to get married, I should get a table job. So I'm here and I'm looking for a company that offers good growth potential, good growth opportunity, and this place is not too far from my. You see the problem? Like this on me, best idea. So if you in situation, what could you say? I'm going to give you a simple formula. Write this down. 3S. From success. So let me demonstrate. Let's say it's the sample position social media managers that you are applying. From success, let's tell them about your success. For example, I have been doing social media for the last 3 years, and I specialize in helping companies growing their Facebook fan page. And in the last 3 years alone, I have helped dozens of clients in over 10 different industries. And that's what I'm passionate about. In fact, I have listed some of the clients that I work with on the reference letter. You see how that works? You are talking about your success, but without matching. It's more to just demonstrate and showcase your skill set. What are you good at? That's number 1, success. And then step number 2 is strength. You also tell them about your strength. My real strength is my ability to truly understand what your audience want. I pride myself on my reputation to creating engaging and compelling content that I know your audience love and want to share. That's the second step. And the last is situation, meaning how does that apply to the position that you are applying. How do you apply your background, your strength into the new company, the new opportunity? What I'm looking for in a company that I could add value to, that I could produce a position return on investment for. At the end, you ask a question. Whoever asks a question control the conversation. So you want to ask a question, and now the hiring manager will be like, okay, yes, I guess that's what I'm looking for, or no, that's not what I'm looking for, and you go from here. Just because you are in an interview, it does mean that you don't need to show. And the answer is so absolutely yes. You don't want to go in unprepared. In fact, you want to write it out, practice and rehearse it many times. So when you are in front of those potential hiring managers, you are ready to go. You need to memorize it and say it many times and repeat it many times. So it comes across very natural. Thank you for your listening. I hope it's useful for you. Goodbye and see you later.